It is a foggy morning. Really hoping that we can get into the fields today, but this moisture is definitely lingering. Gonna make some, what do you call those? Hard-boiled eggs, and try to do as much office work as I can think of, just so I can feel like I'm getting something done and things will be less hectic when we can get into the field. It's almost 11 a.m. We are hoping that we can shell some corn today. We have a little bit of propane in our dryers, but we're changing our propane company and they're coming out tomorrow to set some new tanks and fill our tanks. I think we have plenty to get through today if we can get into the fields, but we've been looking at our Poet discount schedules to figure out if it costs more to dry our corn down and then haul it in, or just haul it in straight and then take a discount off of our bill for drying. And I think if this corn is under like 17-18%, I think it actually is going to pretty much be a wash on whether we dry it or if they dry it, which they're not going to dry it, they're just going to crush it, but they charge it, you know, they charge for it anyway. Because it looks like it's going to cost me like 3 cents per point per bushel to dry, and that's about what they're charging for the moisture. Now they do have a shrink charge as well, but you know, our grain's going to shrink if it's in our bins too, so we're not really figuring that in. Really like to get stuff hauled before next Wednesday, because if I can get it hauled before then, I have a basis locked in at 5 cents under until October 1st. And then if it's not hauled in then, it goes to 25 cents under. So I want to get my contract in and filled. I'm not really sure what they would do exactly if I don't get that contract in, because like we do have a contract, it's supposed to be delivered by then. Hopefully they'd like work with me, but like they could just charge me the 25 cents under. So if I can get it hauled in, I'm saving myself like $5,000 if I can get it hauled in by Wednesday. So hopefully the fields are dry. Hopefully the corn is dry. Assuming that like we can get in there and get going, like we should be able to get it hauled to them in enough time. The elevator is not open on Sundays, so can't haul on Sunday, but if we can get it today, get some stuff tomorrow, we could probably get a little bit of it hauled tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. Of people I know who've been hauling to that location, they have not had long lines yet. That would be the other thing that slows us down, is if everyone gets back into the fields and everyone decides to start delivering grain to the elevator, then there'd be longer lines. Okay, we have both sun and wind, so that's going to help dry this stuff out. I would say right now, like, I'm getting some dirt on my boots, but it's not like destroying my boots. I'm going to grab a couple ears here to just get a little bit of a moisture sample on it, but we need maybe another hour or two of a hot and wind. I think this field would be fine to go. The ears themselves look great. I'm not seeing signs of like disease on them. A little bit of disease, you know, on the stalks, but that's pretty much to be expected. Standability wise, they seem like they're in pretty good condition. So once we get later into the season, you just kind of worry about the stalks deteriorating and falling over, but seems pretty good here. Here are 4 ears in a row, because I showed you this beautiful one. So one next to it's significantly smaller, but it's pretty good. And we started off corn with immediate issues. So on this Gearinghoff head that we're running, we installed a row sense unit so that we can run the machine sync in corn. And basically it was just installed incorrectly. There were some wires that were in the wrong spot. So we started off with chasing wires and trying to figure out why this thing wasn't working. But eventually we got it all figured out and we got her moving along. Okay, JD said that it's still kind of wet over there. He wouldn't pull a semi into the field, so I'm gonna bring just the grain cart over. I also have the seed tender ready to go. We're gonna use that to do our calibration in corn, since like I can't just like take a field to town since the moisture's gonna be wet. We have to run it through the dryer and stuff, and so I can't get like a full field there to calibrate it. So we cleaned out the seed tender yesterday. It's crucial. There's absolutely not even a trace of a treated soybean in there. So that has been deep cleaned so that we can use that to calibrate our monitors. Okay, so at this point I'd gotten stuff moved to the field, and then they were still trying to figure out what the issue was with our row sense unit. The corn looked pretty good here. I always like, if I'm standing around waiting on stuff, I just go through, and you usually knock like a couple ears over when you're opening up a field, and I just cannot resist going around and picking up those ears. Is it cost effective? Not really, no, but I just can't help myself from doing it. Okay, we're loading the semi right here. We'll see if we have enough room for me to load the semi right there. Okay, now to get the yield monitor calibrated. So basically what happens is JD drives until he gets a certain number of pounds of grain, and then he comes and he dumps it into the seed tender, and I record the number of pounds I see on my scale, and then I give that number to JD and he puts it in, and we run that test like 3 times, and all of those numbers were really close together, so we thought that we had a pretty good reading. And then we select that those are the 3 calibrations that we want to use, and then the monitor is smart and it automatically makes an adjustment calibration for us. And now all of our yields should be pretty dialed in. Okay, our calibration is done. I'm gonna put the seed tender away temporarily for now. And Kim's back out looking at the monitor because the guidance is not working again. So, I don't know. The nice thing about being in the fields around the shop is that I can just run inside and get snacks whenever I want to. So, hard-boiled egg bread. We have a turkey and mayo and mustard sandwich as well. I did not spread out my mayo and mustard well on this bread. And I'll bring the cart over here and I'll park it on the headland, and I'll go swap out the trucks, and then I don't think JD wants to pay this much. It seems like we're just like walking across this field, but the field is only 33 acres. So we really only have like 10 acres done right now. have at the dryer situated. It takes a while to get everything started up. So I'm doing a DIY project for my mom's 60th birthday, which is on Sunday. So I'm gonna start it now. Okay, and we're done. So it looks like just an inconspicuous pumpkin. Oh, but look. It's wine. It's a container for my mom's wine. A pumpkin, wine, bag of wine. Boom. She's gonna be so confused.
Come through the...
Oh. We can shell corn a whole lot faster than we can dry corn, especially when it's at this 26-25% moisture. So we are setting up the dryer to dry all night.
24 heat setting. 332.
Okay, it is 10 p.m. Going to check the dryer for the first time, see if I can dump any more grain in there. Okay, so the dryer just unloaded. It will be drying for 23 minutes and 19 seconds when I set my alarm for. So now I can unload the truck. So I'm going to move this to the dryer. Okay, so we're moving this to the dryer. I need to click autofill, unload off on the top screen, then I unload my truck. Okay, and the pit won't start until I turn this off, and then I can start the pit. All that we can put in it is in. Whip in. I have just a splash left. Okay, I just have a splash left in this truck. Once it starts unloading, now dryer auto unload is back on. Once it starts unloading in like 5 minutes, I'm gonna make sure it's going into the right bin, and then I'm going to go get the rest of the corn that is on the grain cart because I'm paranoid, making sure that my gates are shut. And now we walk over to the grain cart. We are on day number 5 of harvest, and it's the first day of corn, and I can still say that it is day 5 because it's only 11. %, moisture. The total dry time is 68 minutes, and my capacity for drying bushels per hour is 342. Legs running. I have the right thing on. It is day number 6 of harvest. It's like 1:35 in the morning right now. Just checked the dryer. I'm thinking everything looks good. I'm gonna go back to bed till 5:15, check the dryer again. And then we'll get started with day number 6 of harvest, day number 2 of corn. It is 5:41, going to check the dryer. Hopefully I have some lights turned off so I can get some stuff dumped in here and go back to sleep. Now, I expected there to be like 1 or 2 lights on when I came back here. This is not right. This is not a good sign. And now you'll just have to wait till the next video to see how day 6 and day 7 do not go so well.